everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, this is December of 2020. We are in a series using Peaceful Nativity. So, this month's focus is the Peaceful Nativity set, the Nativity dies, and the For Unto Us stamp set, as well as our blender pens, and then, of course, our ink spot color palette. So if you missed card 1 this week, don't forget, go back and watch that as well. That should be already available to you. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to put up onto the screen your measurements you will need. So there you have that. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that. And then we will go over all of that together. And I will show you how we did it. All right. So this is our sample card. Our card this week is a fun fold, as most of our cards this month have been. But we are going to let that designer series paper be the star. That background texture. So we're going to set that aside. The only piece that is stamped is, of course, our inside, which I didn't have an inside on the sample, but... And then we have our Holy Family that was stamped on that designer series paper and die cut out. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to grab our card base first. Again, the measurements and everything that you need are right there in that screenshot, so you can go back and recreate this. We're going to fold that in half and burnish down that score line. And then we're going to take our panel with the extra fold, and we're going to fold that back, open up the card, and then we're going to burnish down that score line as well. All right, take that folded business and set it aside. We're going to reach into our stack of card bases, and I have one already done here. This one is a Whisper White Thick. And it is 5 1/4 by 4, and I've stamped Hark the Herald Angels Sing right on that. So I'm just going to put a little adhesive on there, and we will attach that to the inside of our card. So that piece goes on the inside, and then we set that aside again. Now we're going to grab our other Whisper White piece that does not have anything stamped on it. We are going to put some adhesive on the back of our designer series paper. Now you can choose to do this in any order. You can let this be your focal and this or this one. Either one will work, and I will show you how that works here in just a moment. But I'm going to use this side. And then here I have another little strip of designer series paper. It's the same pattern, but we're going to use the opposite side this time. So we'll go ahead and put our adhesive on that. I'm just using Stampin' Seal Plus. It's what I have on hand. Now this piece goes lined up flush with your designer series paper because it's cut the same width as the designer series paper. So don't put it on the edge of the white like I just tried to do. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my silicone mat, and we're going to be working with some Misty Moonlight ribbon. This ribbon is part of the Flowers for Every Season bundle. So gorgeous. So when you use Stampin' Seal, sometimes your adhesive is wider than the ribbon itself. No problem. Just take that extra little edge, and you're just going to fold it back on itself. And I'm going to do that on either side. So if my ribbon went off on the top, then I'll fold the top in. If the ribbon went off the bottom, or shall we say the deep end, There you go. I picked up some adhesive bit from my mat, some dried adhesive, liquid adhesive. So I'm trying to pick that off, so I apologize. Should have cleaned that silicone mat. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in that Whisper White piece, and I'm just going to lay this down across the top of that seam. Right on top of that seam. Now, as you can see, my ribbon is super long. So I'm going to reach into the bag of tricks here, and I'm just going to trim off that ribbon, get it stuck down, so that I really only have about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch, showing on, coming out on either side. So here I just have a little bit of that ribbon coming off either side. I'm going to flip that over and then tuck that in. Now for our Holy Family, we're going to bring back that silicone mat again. And I am just going to put a little bit of the adhesive across the backing of them. And then again, any that comes off the edge, just tuck it in. And this is a piece from that tailored tag punch. So I'm just going to put that Holy Family kind of on there, a little bit centered. It's just going to help anchor this piece a little bit. We're going to grab a couple of our dimensionals that we've already processed with our parchment paper. All the backings have been removed ahead of time. And then we're going to put our Holy Family right down there. All right, so now the next part of this is fun. So our adhesive is going to be over on this left panel because remember the whole right side of this card is open. So in order to do that, I'm going to put my card as if I'm going to put it on there, but then I'm going to flip it upside down. Line it up, and then I can see where that Misty Moonlight ends and my fold is. So we're going to advance our adhesive and then run that down. I'll remove it, and then I'll go ahead and put adhesive on the rest of that same panel. And then when we, excuse me, adhere this, I'm going to go ahead and open my card. And then I'm going to fold back just that one panel. And then we will adhere this down. By doing it this way, you're making sure that you're not gluing your card shut. And then the only part that you see in the back is this part. And then there's no adhesive there. And you know nothing's going to peek through. You don't have too much. So that, my friends, that is it. Super, super simple, yet a fun fold. The other thing that you may want to do is go ahead and open this up. And on the inside of this Misty Moonlight panel, run a bead of adhesive there so that when you fold that back, it stays. And then when they open the card, that's not going to flop up and confuse anyone. So that is it. That was absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. Love it. I love it. Love it. So if you have not seen, there are other cards in the Peaceful Nativity series that we've done. This is the 6th card so far total this month. So this is week 3, card 2. If you haven't seen those other videos, go check them out. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, turn your notifications on, and you will get notified every time I upload a new video. I do have some new series coming up for 2021, so those start in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And we will still be continuing our weekly classes. Next month, we're focusing on a different stamp set. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.